board approved, we have it. Only thing is, we are just again recalibrating with the present situation, macro situation, what is happening. We will be coming out with other things once we get the clarity on this.
My second question is related to the books which bank purchased a former CEA. So you, in the exchanges, you said there were some lapses.
Excuse me, sir. Today's interaction is focused on the bank's quarterly results. For any other query, you can please email us and we'll address those.
I just wanted to understand, you said...
So we will not be addressing any queries other than the quarterly results for us.
There was an increase in NPA in Jan-March quarter. So where is that stress coming from? And your recoveries have also fallen as against last year. So what is your outlook for that?
See, if you look at the recovery, these slippages has happened mostly in the agriculture sector, and recovery has come from the OTS. We have seen about 4,14,000 accounts have been recovered to the tune of about 4,000 crores. And these are the major things. And the DRT also we have got about 4,500 crores. And from the sale through Sarpasi, we have received about 2,800 crores. That is how we have come. But the slippages mostly has happened in the agri direction.
One more thing, your treasury income has doubled from last year. So what is your outlook for the treasury income in the current rate scenario?
Yeah, my treasury department is quite optimistic about the growth in the current quarter too. But we'll have to look at the macroeconomic scenario also and the way things are panning out. So we cannot definitely not say that what is going to happen. But they are very positive, and we should be making some good numbers.
Ma'am, in your closing remark, you said about the cyber threat and cyber preparedness. So it was a general remark, or in view of the ongoing border tension?
See, I can tell you that digital is a very important portfolio for us, and we are taking all measures. And in view of the things that's happening around us, also we have now very clearly said that we are taking all precautions with regard to the digital initiatives and the cybersecurity area.
Has there been any specific directive from DFS with regards to...
No, they have just asked us to be, this comes to us on a regular basis that cybersecurity is important and we need to take care of all the cybersecurity angles needs to be covered by.
But any other directive with regards to...
Nothing specific on the cybersecurity. Only thing is...
Not cybersecurity, other banking related operations.
No, they have just told us your cash in the ATMs and cash at the branches. You need to keep all these things. The economy has to keep going, but those are the things as general, as customer service needs to be taken care. That is what the DFS has also talked about to us.
Are you loading up more cash?
No, ma'am. As per whatever is the requirement and whatever is the need, that is what we have done. See, we have a very calibrated approach to how the ATMs have to be loaded. If it is a holiday time or if it is season where there are festivities, so we load the amount. Otherwise, we have a very good system in place which actually predicts what would be the cash payments from the ATM, and accordingly it is loaded.
You've not seen a spike yet in the last?
Absolutely not.
Connected to that, how much would the border states contribute to your business, and are you taking any within the bank? Are you taking any?
We do have border states. How much of business I cannot immediately give you because I have got centers in all. I'm a pan-India bank, so there are branches across the country. But I cannot immediately give you. I can specifically afterwards we can give them the reply, of course. But we have told them to be very cautious and take proactive steps wherever necessary, as guided by the SLBC in those states.
Pertaining to margins, just one last one. Pertaining to margins, we did see the bank come out with a 2% range, but once again on a full year basis, we're closing at around 2.8. I know you're saying that it's a fluid state, it's too early to give any commentary on margins, but the expectation
Absolutely right.
In that case, how much do you believe that the bank has as a bandwidth to transmit, particularly on the deposits?
Ma'am, we have got about 44% of my assets in the MCLR section, and the about 24-25% is in the repo linked rates. So the transmission will happen immediately on this 29% of the portfolio, and the 44% it will happen on the this one. Now, if you look at my whole portfolio, about 2,96,000 crores is in a one year MCLR kind of reset. So that will happen after a year's lag. The others will be immediately 3 months, 6 months kind of a thing. Whenever it's coming for reset, it will happen.
So would it be safe to assume that 3% NIM is a little difficult in FY25?
See, we have told you in the previous year, this one itself, my guidance itself was about 2.8 to 3. Last year itself I did. But with the falling, repo rate scenario, naturally the margins will be coming under pressure. But we will keep our, my unionites will see that we keep improving the NIMs and the margins. As I told you, profitability is something that we are always looking at. That we will be looking at. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask, is the senior management being investigated, for the books case?
Like we said, we are not addressing anybody apart from the quarterly results, so please email us.
Ma'am, your education loan portfolio has seen very limited growth. Is there anything from the demand side, and how is the bank looking at lending for?
If you look at, my portfolio of education loan was very small. Maybe in 22, 23, it was a very small book. We did grow, whatever little, we were at 7,500, we grew to 11,500 crores. So it was, it was from 7,500 crores was the portfolio, it grew to about 11,000 crores, that's the number. After that, when the base is very small, so it looked very big. Now that we have come to a certain level, we have, as aggressive as ever in the education loan portfolio. And now all the education loan has to flow through the Vidya Lakshmi portal, which is the portal, which has been designed by the government. So the whatever portfolio comes to the bank has to flow through the Vidya Lakshmi portal.
Hi ma'am, Manish here from Manimekhalai. Ma'am, how much is your repo portfolio? Is it 25% or 29%?
You're talking about
repo
my
link.
repo link.
Repo link.
It's about 29%.
29%, okay. And Miss, my question is on your CASA percent in the domestic deposit. So it has gone down 68 basis point on a yearly basis. So given the persistent stress in the CASA deposits, can we see further moderation in your CASA share going ahead?
So, if you look at CASA has always been in the bank. Last year also I addressed this question. Always my CASA ratio is in the range of 33.5 to 35%. That's a range that we have always been there. Not like other banks where it is about 40 or 50%. We have moderately grown in that sector, and as you've seen in the industry as such, CASA is being moderated across the industry. It's not just for Union Bank alone. It's been happening across this place, and we have seen a good growth in the current account. I have also said in my opening remarks about 17% growth and about 3.5% growth in my SA balances also. So there is steady growth in this. We have taken a lot of steps with regard to growth in CASA. Like we have put up premium RUSU branches. We have taken up about 1,500 and odd relationship managers to help in the increase in CASA. There are a lot of structured strategies that the bank is taking to see that we grow not only in the new to bank customers but also in the existing bank customers. We've also found that some of our existing bank customers were leaving the bank, and there also we have put the relationship bankers and relationship managers, and we have been able to bring back those deposits back into the bank. So there are structured strategies, and we are sure that we will be improving on our CASA deposits.
So that means you're comfortable.
Quarter on quarter, we've actually shown an increase of 9 basis, so you can see that.
Basically you are comfortable with 33 to 35% share of the domestic deposit.
Historically, my numbers were like that. That's what I'm not saying that I'm comfortable. I'm not comfortable with any numbers. I would always look at a higher growth numbers. That's where the comfort comes from. But historically, my bank is about 33.5 to 35%. That's the way it has been growing. And I would be, the kind of dedication and hard work my people are putting in, I'm sure that one fine day we will be growing out of the 35% bracket. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is about your recovery. I can understand that you are not giving guidance for the growth of the deposits and advances, but this is something which is a carry-on aspect. Here you can give some kind of guidance in terms of the
recovery.
Looking for.
Can you give?
We don't want to give any guidance, but we're quite comfortable in terms of the recovery stream over the next 2 years. So we're quite comfortable as far as that is concerned, but like we said earlier, we're not looking at giving any guidance. We evaluate as the year goes by. If required, we give a guidance, but we're quite comfortable.
So, but we have got a very good book of, I can say, very good book of 1.2 lakh crores of NPAs with us, and I'm sure that we will be able to recover the kind of numbers that we have been able to recover till now. And we'll hope and see, sir, that we better those numbers again.
How much you have written off in FY25?
Written off about 11,000 crores.
And you spoke also about Q4, certain uptick in the agricultural loan pool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Generally, it is seen that second quarter and the fourth quarter see slightly uptick.
Actually, your Jan to March quarter is a very, very lull quarter in the agriculture sector because harvesting usually happens and nobody comes to take loans. So all this will happen now. Your, the Kharif and the Rabi seasons will start, and then you will have lot of KCC and other farmers coming in for loan. So that is the time usually we see the lull in the agriculture sector in that quarter, and then it goes up in the remaining quarters.
In terms of the MCLR part, you said for 2 years.
About 49%, 44%. Yes, sir.
How much of retry? How much it will get reset?
All of them, sir. MCLR is always getting reset. I told you also. Out of that, almost out of my MCLR portfolio, 2,96,000 crores is a 1 year MCLR. So it will get reset in a year's time.
I can give a little more details. In the MCLR, 67% of our MCLR portfolio is linked to 1 year MCLR. Remaining are with different tenors.
Okay, given the soft lending rate that we are seeing, how much of further dip in the MCLR rate because it comes with a slightly lag? How much impact you expect?
I didn't get your question.
MCLR, only the soft transmission happens with a lag. So
Yeah.
what you are expecting? You only 50 basis point and expected 50 basis point.
About 5 to 10 basis points, sir.
I mean, your India first, you have reduced your stake, but in Sunlight still you have 26% stake. So any plans of value unlocking? Because we are seeing that other PSU banks are.
We have not yet, looked at it. If my profitability is at a problem, then I will start looking at those kind of things. But I'm comfortable in my present structure right now, and we have reduced in India First because I cannot be having two insurance companies as per the IRDA guidelines. With my suit, I'm fine with my whatever stake that I am having right now.
No plans of increasing or decreasing?
Not to the current, we have not discussed about it, sir.
And ma'am, why did your CD ratio come down during this quarter? I think it was 80% in the December quarter, and now it has come down to 77%.
Right.
Any particular reason for that?
No. This all depending on various. We have to look at the our maturity profiles also, and the growth in the credit, what we are expecting and what we are doing it on that. So basing on that, we have taken some this one. See, in the December quarter, we have completely reduced our bulk deposit. We reduced our, we squeezed our liquidity to the margin maximum level, and we are done. Because we find that when the rate cuts is happening, so we also will be taking a call on that actually. So it is a dynamic situation. That's what last time also I told. 1 quarter we may be increasing in the CD ratio. Next quarter we will try to moderate because we will be always comfortable with the CD ratio of around 75 to 77.
Yeah, but
So in my opening remark also I told, sir, we have let go low yielding advances also. In my opening remark I have talked about that. So it is, if I don't get the right kind of advance and I have to protect my NIM and profitability, I have not gone for those
These would
advances.
largely be on the corporate side or a mix of corporate and
Mainly corporate.
Mainly corporate.
Great. So
The others I have to do that, and we do those. MSME and agri and retail are growing in good numbers. It's where I don't get my yield, and when my NIM is at stake, we just give up.
So the fine pricing in corporate is not easing even now.
No, absolutely not.
When do you see
so you
deposit
said about
rates?
spoke about letting go of bulk deposits during the quarter. It
Not
was
this
a-
Not this
quarter,
quarter,
sir.
last
December we had let go of almost 30,000 crores.
Yeah.
And if you look at in this quarter, I have raised bulk deposits only to the extent of about, if you see the growth in bulk deposits is only 5% rather than 22% in the last year, 501. So we have, taken a very prudent decision not to go for bulk, building our deposit base and our advances base with, proper, numbers and not by just doing bulk.
And then one more thing,
Yeah, please.
cost to income ratio has increased. Yeah.
During the quarter, sir,
Yeah.
it has increased because of various reasons like we had made some, yeah.
So the cost to income ratio, there's a slight, upward in the fourth quarter. That's because some of the HR related accruals were made in that, in this quarter.
can't hear you.
Some of the HR related accruals were made in the last quarter. Also, some of our CSR spends were in the last quarter. That's why you can see an increase in the fourth quarter. But if you look at year on year, cost to income ratios come down.
So we have to make provisions for the, HR portfolio, of course. So that is the one that we had done. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, we've seen RBI flooding the system with liquidity. So do you see deposit rates come down this month? And secondly, yeah.
Deposit rates coming down is the decision that the banks have to take. It's nothing to do with, what RBI stand is. Now, banks are all under pressure with regard to, bringing in deposits. So, it's a conscious call that the bank has to take, whether I reduce my deposit rate and then bring, how do I play out. It is something like all the banks have to take a decision with regard to that. It's nothing to do with, the RBI bringing in more liquidity. Liquidity part, if I talk, the bank has also got enough liquidity. We have got about 60,000 crores of excess SLR with us, and that would be okay.
So what would determine these rates come down?
My advances rates is also to, my coming out, as I already said, the fund pricing is happening there also. So I have to look at this. Again, of course, liquidity, whatever you say, they are flushing us with funds, the economy, but there would be a little bit of pressure on the way that, deposits are taken.
And my second question is on clip of slippages. The last two financial years, we've seen an addition of 11,000 crores of fresh slippages. When do you see this clip coming down, this trend coming off?
Ma'am, if you look at my portfolio of almost like, 10,000 crores of advances, we are recovering. If I look at this, just about 8,000 crores. My slippage ratio is just about 1.3 to something like that, isn't it? 1.1%. So I don't see that it will come down. But we are taking various measures, various strategies to see that the underwriting has improved. It was very high a few years back. So, but then it was almost like 2.5%, 3%. Now I brought it down to 1.13%. So it will keep coming down. We have improved our underwriting standards. We have improved on our, monitoring standards of the loans. So we hope that it keeps coming down. I have done only 8,700 crores except for the large slippage that has happened during the current.
How is the progress of your super app Vyom? Are you also planning to go to have a separate entity for the Vyom?
So we have got about 3.7 crore registrations as of now, and we are also coming with the next version of Vyom probably by in another few months, over 3 or 4 months we should be coming out with the upgraded version of Vyom, and it is doing very well. The Vyom is doing well. We have seen a lot of transactions happening on that, new clientele coming up on that, and it's doing perfectly well.
And 3 years back when you took over, you said that you wanted to be among the top 3 publicity banks.
Yes, sir.
In terms of all the financial ratios.
No, on the profitability side.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how have you achieved those goals?
Today, if I look at if you take out SBI, I am on the third position.
Okay.
So we are reaching towards the second, sir.
Yeah.
You also mentioned about a 6 6,000 crore of equity plan.
We did not raise, ma'am,
In
during
the
the
presentation.
last quarter. Yes, we had planned, the last financial, we had planned for increase, but we did not find it prudent to raise. So as and when we need it, we'll go back again to the board and raise.
So FY26 fundraise plan as such
It's not there, ma'am. Right now it's
No,
not
we
there.
have to go to the board for the capital plan. See, we have a very strong capital adequacy ratio, it's 18.02%, right? So there's really, at this point in time, no need to raise fresh equity. We'll go back to the board on a capital plan for the year and then we'll, announce it to the exchanges.
The treasury income has been strong this quarter. I think there's been some reversal.
Not a reversal.
Yeah, there's a write back as far as the government backed secretary receipts are concerned. That's about 787 crores. That's right.
That is for all banks. Everyone has got that SR right back.
On the deposit side, madam, how much of repricing the entire current portfolio will get?
All of them will come for repricing, no? Your term, retail term deposit will come for repricing.
What is the time frame in which the resettlement?
Over a period of time, 1 year time, it will come for repricing. Yeah, almost 20% per quarter it will come for repricing, sir. My retail book is about how much? 5 lakh crores.
Ma'am, with respect to one of the loan accounts, which is once again back from the IBC thing, you also have a reasonable amount of exposure there. PNB, which is the lead in the COC, said that it.
Ma'am, about that account, we know as much as you know, ma'am. We do not have any further clarity.
That's not a good thing to hear, ma'am. You should
No,
not
but we don't have any clarity because nothing
Did you
has come. We just.
participate, as part of the COC in case?
No, it has not happened. Nothing has happened right now.
No.
We were
See-
just waiting for the better clarity on that subject, and then we can tell you on this.
But don't you think you get a better valuation if it goes liquid?
We can't
Ma'am,
tell
we
you.
can't actually comment on specific accounts, right? So, but I mean, fair to say that there are discussions going on. You'll hear it at the same time as we do.
So what was the growth in corporate loan book?
About 7.2%.
How do you see it in this year? In terms of
Sorry,
pipeline?
it was about 8.6% last year.
7.6.
7.2%.
No, it was like for domestic, total corporate and others, it's around 10% actually.
And the pipeline, ma'am?
Yeah, this year also we will be finding it difficult. The problem is corporate book we can get it, sir, but problem is the pricing.
Finding.
What is the pricing we'll be able to do that. That only we have to make a choice on it.
So we've got about 63,000 crores actually under pending for disbursement and sanction, and 26,000 have been already sanctioned. It's again, as I told you in the very beginning, that it's all about pricing. As ED has also said, it's all about pricing. It's the right price, and we'll go for it.
Any kind of stress you're seeing in a retail book going ahead with what's the problem?
So retail book, we have changed our underwriting standards. We have made RLPs who do only retail lending. Processing is not done at the branch level. It is all done at the retail lending points. And we have got marketing officers and people who do the pick the right kind of this one. And if you can see, it is in our presentation that 700 and below are only about, I think 2%, 0.2% in my retail bureau scores. So all my, rather we can say that 99.08% is about 700 and above scores.
We have a press, we have an analyst call in the next 10 minutes, so maybe we can take just one last question.
I wanted to ask on corporate loans. You said this year also you expect some challenges on the pricing.
Yeah, only on the pricing.
Yes, but do you expect corporate deleveraging to continue this year as well? Are you seeing corporates prepaying their dues given there's so much uncertainty?
It can happen, but it is too early actually speaking. Whatever it is happening now is very, very dynamic and too early to predict it. Maybe after some time we will be able to get the clarity on that. That is the reason why we are also saying that we will be again look at all the things and we will be coming back with what is the growth path we expect from the system.
So, with that, we will end this press conference. Thank you as always for your support. Look forward to seeing you at the next meeting.
Thank you.